Get ready because 2025 is bringing us the most amazing floating cities ever built. From crazy water slides to incredible luxury, these ocean giants are changing what's possible at sea. Whether you love thrills, traveling with family, or just dreaming of the perfect vacation, this lineup will blow your mind. If you ever wished you could vacation without hearing a single screaming child, then Richard Branson has answered your prayers with the Brilliant Lady, Virgin's fourth ship hitting the waves in September of this year. Picture this, you're stepping onto a 110,000-ton adults-only playground where everyone is grown up and ready to have actual fun. I call this one the grown-up escape pod, and believe me, it lives up to its name. Launching from New York, this 2,700-passenger beauty is basically what would happen if a hotel had a wild party with a music festival and decided to float it on water. With most cabins having balconies and those fancy rock star suites, you're guaranteed views that'll make your friends jealous. But here's where it gets good. Over 20 restaurants, and guess what? They are all included. No extra charges for late-night steak cravings or surprise sushi fixes. From Korean barbecue to that test kitchen where they try new food ideas, your taste buds will never get bored. And for those of you thinking, but I'll gain 20 pounds on a cruise, Virgin's got you covered with their massive fitness center. Box out your stress in the actual boxing ring, take free classes, or just walk around in your workout clothes pretending you'll use the equipment. We've all done that. When night comes, that's when the Brilliant Lady really shines. The ship comes alive with shows that'll make Broadway look small, DJs playing by the pools, and theme parties that'll have you thinking, is this a cruise or did I walk into the coolest club ever? The best part, no kids asking why someone's dancing on the table with a champagne bottle. Just adults being adults, having the time of their lives at sea. If you're looking to escape the typical family cruise scene, this floating paradise might be your ticket to freedom. Moving on to number 8, we got the Celebrity XCEL sailing onto the scene in November this year. And let me tell you, this ship is what happens when luxury and technology have a baby. As the 5th Edge class ship from Celebrity, the XCEL's bringing 140,000 tons of fancy fun to 3,200 lucky passengers. I call this one the stylish stunner because it refuses to choose between being pretty and being practical. It's actually both. Celebrity has doubled the number of Edge single staterooms with those cool infinite verandas. Solo travelers, celebrate. You're no longer stuffed into a tiny cabin that costs as much as a suite. The cruise industry is finally saying that sometimes the best travel buddy is yourself. The retreat, which is basically the VIP section of the ship, is getting bigger and better. It's like Celebrity looked at their luxury area and thought, how can we make rich people feel even more special? And then they just went for it. What makes XCEL stand out is that beautiful Grand Plaza. Imagine sipping a fancy drink under a stunning chandelier, listening to live music in a multi-level open area that looks like it belongs in a magazine, not floating in the middle of the ocean. That's the Celebrity experience. And the food? 4 main dining rooms, Normandy, Tuscan, Cosmopolitan, and Cyprus, each with their own style. It's like having 4 different eateries that you don't have to pay extra for. Though between us, the specialty restaurants are worth every penny if you're feeling fancy. XCEL is also introducing new eco-friendly engines, so you can feel a little less guilty about your vacation while relaxing in one of those infinity hot tubs with a frozen drink. Saving the planet has never been so comfy. Celebrity's being a bit secretive, saying there will be game-changing experiences, but not saying what they are. Typical Celebrity move, always keeping us guessing. But based on what they've done before, whatever their plan is going to be worth the wait. XCEL perfectly balances modern features, fantastic food, and reasonable pricing. If you're looking for a premium experience without the luxury price tag that requires selling a kidney, this ship definitely deserves your attention. At number 7 on our countdown, the spectacular Star Princess from Princess Cruises, setting sail September 2025. At 175,000 tons and room for 4,300 passengers, this beauty is what we call the Elegant Giant. Huge in size, but somehow still classic. Star Princess is the second in the new Sphere class, following the sister ship, Sun Princess. And if you thought Sun Princess was cool, buckle up, because Star Princess is even brighter. Let's talk about what makes this ship special. First, it uses LNG fuel, cleaner natural gas. It's better for the environment, which means you can feel a bit better about your vacation impact while still having fun. Win-win! The standout feature has to be that incredible dome at the top of the ship. During the day, it's a temperature-controlled pool paradise where you can swim no matter the weather outside. But at night, it transforms into a magical show venue where you can watch performances while the real stars twinkle above through the glass ceiling. How cool is that? The 3-story piazza with its massive LED screen is basically the heart of the ship. Imagine walking into a European town square, but it's floating on water and has a screen bigger than your entire apartment. That's cruise ship living in 2025. For families, Princess has really stepped up their game with the Skydeck sports area. After some problems with Park 19 on Sun Princess, they've redesigned the space to be more family-friendly. Your teenagers will actually want to hang out there, which means you might get some precious alone time. Parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The food options are amazing. Makoto Ocean for Japanese food that'll make you forget you're thousands of miles from Tokyo. Sabatini's for Italian that would make your grandma proud, and possibly a new version of their famous Crown Grill. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. I have to mention the big surprise. The buffet is not next to the pool deck. Cruise veterans are shocked at this break from tradition. But honestly, change can be good. Maybe we don't need to go straight from swimming to the pizza station. Maybe. With over 29 bars and restaurants and 1,500 balcony cabins, Star Princess is designed for those who want choices. Lots and lots of choices. Whether you're sunbathing on gorgeous terraces at the front and back or taking a dip in the infinity pool with ocean views that'll make your followers super jealous, the ship promises to deliver the premium Princess experience we've come to expect, with a few surprises thrown in too. Coming in at number 6, we've got the magical Disney Destiny setting sail on November 20th, 2025. This 144,000-ton fantasy factory will carry 4,000 lucky passengers into a world where heroes and villains live together, at least for your vacation. I call this one the Imagination Vessel because nobody does themes quite like Disney. This is the third ship in their latest series, following the Disney Wish and Disney Treasure, but with an awesome heroes and villains theme that'll have both kids and adults super excited. Let me paint you a picture. You walk into Grand Hall and boom, you see a majestic statue of T'Challa, the Black Panther King of Wakanda. And that's just the beginning. The back of the ship has Spider-Man and those cute little Spidey bots. Marvel fans, are you freaking out yet? Because I know I am. For those who love villains, the DeVille's Piano Lounge near the main hall is where you want to hang out. Imagine drinking a cocktail in a Cruella-inspired bar while live music plays. Wickedly fun. And if you're a Doctor Strange fan, get ready for the Sanctum. I'm not saying you'll learn magic there, but I'm not saying you won't either. Plus, the Haunted Mansion Parlor is back for all you spooky fans. The rooms are out of this world, especially the double-decker Destiny Tower suite inspired by Tony Stark and the Iron Man. It's basically like staying in Avengers Tower minus the alien attacks. If that doesn't scream vacation, we don't know what does. Disney Destiny isn't just about how it looks. The shows are amazing too. Disney Hercules will be the new main show in the Disney Theater. And for eating, they're introducing Pride Land's Feast of the Lion Kings. Yes, you heard that right. You can eat while surrounded by the magic of one of Disney's most loved movies. Hakuna Matata indeed. What makes Disney cruises special is how they paid attention to every little detail and makes adults feel like kids again. Yes, you pay more for that Disney magic, but for many families, seeing their kids' faces light up when Mickey Mouse high-fives them is worth every penny. And let's be honest, you'll be just as excited as the kids, if not more. Alright, hold on to your mouse ears, because number 5 on our list is another Disney masterpiece, the enormous Disney Adventure, launching December 15, 2025. This absolute giant is the largest ship in the Disney fleet at a massive 208,000 tons with a room for 6,000 passengers. I call this one the Oriental Fantasy Floater, and it's got quite the backstory. Here's some juicy cruise drama for you. Disney actually bought this ship after it was partly built after Asia Cruises went out of business. Talk about great timing. Disney transformed what could have been an abandoned cruise ship into what will likely become one of the most incredible vessels on the seas. Based in Singapore, Disney Adventure will sail short trips around Asia, and they're pulling out all the stops to make this ship amazing on its own. It's got the largest roller coaster at sea, 820 feet of twisting, turning excitement above the waves. Can you imagine telling your friends back home, "Oh yeah, I just rode a roller coaster in the middle of the ocean"? That's serious bragging rights. For Marvel fans, and who's not these days, there's a whole Marvel character zone where you can hang out with your favorite heroes. I'm personally hoping to hang with Thor, but that's just me. The Wavefinder Bay Pool area looks absolutely spectacular, and of course, Disney's famous themed restaurants will be there too. The Enchanted Summer Restaurant has touches of Tangled and Frozen, and you can eat surrounded by some of Disney's most magical stories. And the classic Animator's Palette returns, where your drawings actually come to life during dinner. It's like eating in a cartoon in the best way possible. What's cool about Disney's Adventures is how they're making it work for Asian travelers while keeping that classic Disney magic we all love. It's Disney's first big move into Asia with a dedicated ship, showing us all how global cruising has become. And can we talk about the fact that this ship will hold 6,000 people? That's like a small floating city. Yet somehow I think Disney will still make it feel really personal and magical for every single guest. That's just what they do. Number 4 on the countdown takes us to the MSC Cruises with their massive MSC World America, launching April 12, 2025. With an incredible 215,000 tons of space for 6,700 passengers, this floating city is what I like to call the Euro-American fusion fantasy. As the second of MSC's cleaner fuel world-class ships, World America is the sister ship to World Europa, but with one key difference. It's made specifically for Americans. That's right, our European friends at MSC are coming for the US cruise industry, and they're not being subtle about it. Let's talk about design, because it's truly innovative. The ship features a Y-shaped back that leads to a walkway that's nearly 350 feet long. That's longer than a football field, half open and half covered. It's the perfect spot for those "I'm on a cruise" photos that'll make your friends back home jealous. MSC is really focusing on families here, with amazing water parks that'll make your local pool look tiny. There's a sportsplex and roller skating arena because regular sports aren't exciting enough when you're on a cruise ship. And if you're feeling brave, there's an 11-story drop slide. Yes, you read that correctly. 11 stories. That's not a slide. That's basically falling in style. The ship will have 7 different arenas. The harbor, which has that awesome aqua park we mentioned, plus zip lines, the cliffhanger ride, and an aptly named jaw drop slide. I'm getting dizzy just talking about it. And for adults who want to escape the noise, there's a dedicated Zen area, because nothing says peace and quiet like being on a ship with almost 7,000 people, right? For LEGO fans, both kids and adults, there's a special LEGO zone. The Galleria will have sports bars, food trucks, a comedy club, a dueling piano bar, because one piano is never enough. And if you're willing to spend more, Yacht Club has 152 suites with private sun areas, pools, and special perks. It's basically a ship inside a ship, where you can pretend you're not sharing your vacation with thousands of other people. With 13 places to eat, 6 of them specialty restaurants, and 20 bars and lounges, you could try somewhere every day of your cruise and still not get to them all. The ship will likely have similar features as her sister MSC World Europa, include a microbrewery, gin bar, healthy juice bar, coffee shop, and tea house. Because why have one bar when you can have 20? Sailing from Miami to the Caribbean, MSC World America shows how serious the cruise line is about winning American customers. And with a ship this impressive, they might just succeed. Swimming into the number 3 spot, we've got the Norwegian Cruise Line's AQUA splashing onto the scene in April. That's a 156,000-ton beauty that'll carry 3,500 passengers and is what we like to call the adrenaline junkie's floating fix. As the 4th Prima class ship and Norwegian's first next-gen Prima Plus class vessel, AQUA is not just another cruise ship. It is a statement. It's 10% larger than its Prima siblings and packed with features that'll make your heart rate faster than when you get your onboard bill. Let's talk about what makes this ship truly special, the AQUA Slide Coaster. This isn't just any water slide, this is the world's first hybrid water slide and roller coaster. Using magnetic power, you'll be pushed uphill on a water slide. Think about that for a second. Uphill on a water slide. It's like they've broken the laws of nature. And if that's not enough, there's the drop, a 10-story free fall slide that's basically straight down with just enough curve to keep you from flying into the ocean. It's for those who think regular water slides are too boring and not scary enough. And for tech lovers, AQUA features the new digital Glow Court Sports Complex, which turns into a nightclub after dark. By day you're playing basketball, and by night you're dancing. Talk about making good use of space. Sharp-eyed cruise fans might notice something missing, the go-kart track that was on earlier Prima ships. After some issues and probably a few too many crashes, Norwegian decided to get rid of it and add more pool space and an adults-only Vibe Beach Club instead. As someone who's seen grown adults turn into crazy drivers on those tracks, this might be for the best. The food options are next level, with exciting new places like Suko Thai, Norwegian's first Thai restaurant, and Plantaray for all you veggie lovers. There's also the Swirl Bar, which I'm guessing serves either ice cream or cocktails or both, but either way it's exciting. Of course, favorites like Cagney's Steakhouse will be back because some things are just too good to change. Norwegian deserves some props for being friendly to solo travelers. AQUA has compact cabins with no extra charge for being alone, plus access to a private studio lounge. As someone who's tired of paying double when I travel by myself, I love this. Plus, solos will now have a choice between studio rooms with inside ocean view and balcony cabins made just for one. And for those who have more cash to spend, the Haven sections have been expanded to include 123 suites, including a 3-bedroom duplex that's bigger than my first apartment. It's like having your own luxury home that just happens to float and move from beach to beach. Sailing into our number 2 spot is the fancy OCEANIA ALLURA, launching in July. This 1,200-passenger beauty is what I've dubbed the gastronome's dreamboat, and it's easy to see why. Oceania Cruises is part of the Norwegian cruise line, but don't let that fool you. This is premium cruising at its finest. With a 2-to-3 crew-to-guest ratio, you'll practically have your own assistant. I mean, who doesn't want to be treated like royalty on vacation? Here's some insider info. Allura's first trip was actually delayed from spring to July. It's now going to sail from Athens to Monte Carlo, which sounds like a movie plot rather than a cruise route, but that's how the luxury crowd rolls. What makes Oceania special is their well-earned rep for the finest cuisine at sea. This isn't your typical cruise ship food. This is the kind of dining that makes you want to lick the plate when no one's looking. Their culinary center offers 60 cooking classes, so you can go home and try remaking these amazing dishes in your own house. Let's look at what Allura has to eat. Grand Dining Room serves up classics like the Tornados Rossini, that's fancy steak with goose liver and truffle sauce for those who don't know. Red Ginger has Asian food that would make a pro chef jealous. Toscana brings Italian dining that'll make you feel like you're in Italy without the plane ticket. And then there's the new Crêpe Purée for when you need a sweeter, savory pancake fix. And their afternoon tea is so fancy you'll find yourself holding your pinky finger out without even noticing. The rooms on Allura are just as impressive. The owner's suite is a massive 2,400 square feet with Ralph Lauren furniture. That's not a cabin, that's a luxury apartment. The 1,500 square foot Vista suites are amazing too. Even the regular cabins are roomy by cruise ship standards, proving that sometimes good things come in decent-sized packages. What makes Oceania Allura special is how it focuses on refined experiences rather than water slides and climbing walls. This is a ship for adults who want to be treated like adults. Excellent food, fine wines, and classy entertainment. It's the cruise equivalent of a perfectly aged wine. Smooth, complex, and definitely worth the extra money. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The number 1 spot on our countdown of the biggest mega cruise ships launching in 2025 goes to Royal Caribbean's absolutely massive Star of the Seas, launching August 31st. At a mind-blowing 250,000 tons with room for 5,600 passengers, this floating city is what I call the Ocean Dominator, and it fully deserves this title. This $1 billion vessel is the second ship in Royal Caribbean's revolutionary Icon class, following the super-successful Icon of the Seas that hit the waves last year. The stats are amazing. Powered by cleaner natural gas and using fuel cell technology to reduce pollution, Star of the Seas is both an engineering wonder and slightly better for the environment than you'd expect for something this huge. Let's talk about what makes this ship worth the number 1 spot. First, it's sailing from Port Canaveral, Florida on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean trip, so you'll be experiencing this giant while visiting the islands. Not a bad way to spend your week. The family focus on this ship's been turned up to the max, with an expanded surfside neighborhood designed especially for families with kids. There are 7 pools on this ship. 7! That's more than most resorts have. Aqua Theater and Water Park from Icon of the Seas will be back so you can watch amazing divers perform stunts or try some yourself. New to Star of the Seas is the Lincoln Park Supper Club with a 1930s Chi-Town theme that feels like it's out of a gangster movie. Expectant hats, jazz music, and hopefully 0 real mobsters. Royal Caribbean is also pushing technology with cool things like the Kid Finder wristband tracking system so you can find your kids anywhere. There's also facial recognition for room access, which means no more trying to find your key card when your hands are full of pool toys and drinks. The future has arrived. One of the coolest features has to be unique cabins like interior balconies and the infinite veranda, a window-style balcony that can change from open air to closed off with a push of a button. It's like having a room that changes with your mood. I should mention that this luxury will not be cheap. Expect high prices similar to Icon of the Seas, which had cruisers shocked at the cost. But from everything we're seeing, this ship could be worth every penny. With nearly 30 types of rooms and suites, most fitting 3 or 4, and some sleeping up to 8, Star of the Seas is made to fit families and groups of all sizes. It's basically a floating resort that moves between the islands while you sleep. What's not to love about that? And there you have it, the most amazing mega ship setting sail this year. From family-friendly giants to adults-only getaways, this lineup has something for everyone. We're committed to releasing 2 videos a week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more visionary builds.